We must follow their lead and confront crisis with courage.
So there was a construction detail going on, which MDTA Police was on either side of the bridge to stop traffic whenever needed based on what the construction workers was doing. Once the call came out and then he understood the possibilities of an issue, they then shut down the bridge on either side, stopping traffic from going across. And that was one of the things that saved a lot of people's lives.
It's a little tough to even talk about, to be honest. Immediately stopped traffic that was traveling 695 Interloop heading over to Key Bridge. When I first saw the scene, it was a bit overwhelming. A year later, we're coming up on the anniversary. Still have the same feelings. We still lost the same 6 souls that we were unable to save that night.
I could not be prouder of the camaraderie, teamwork they showed from dispatch to police in order to handle a situation that no one could have ever seen coming. But they worked hand in hand. You got to understand from a police perspective, dispatchers are our lifeline. So we can get to a scene, but we need to really understand what all is going on, and we rely on them for that constant communication. So as a chief of police, I could not be more proud.
They had it under control, that they did what they needed to do. They were answering the calls. They were speaking to, I believe the chief of police had come there. Everybody who came there were able to give them the information they needed and get the people in place that needed to be in place when they needed to be there. It was such a relief when I arrived to work, and the work that they had done, the work that they were prepared to do or trained to do, they were able to handle that. So the first 15 minutes, yes, it was a scary time. It was very, very scary. But when I got there, I was truly so proud to again work with the group of dispatchers that were there that evening and know that they handled themselves, or see the way that they handled themselves in that situation.
The rescue divers faced rather extreme conditions. You were talking about over 80 divers from federal, state, and local partners working side by side using various pieces of equipment, sonar, everything under the sun that they could to help bring closure in this matter and locate those that were lost in this incident. All while doing this, they're navigating pieces of debris, be it concrete or anything sharp that could potentially affect their air supply. It was slow, it was methodical, and oftentimes they couldn't see anything at all. They were simply feeling their way around and trying to figure out what they were dealing with, how safe it was to proceed. I'd have to say, I've worn this uniform for over 30 years. When the state police went into action, it was probably the proudest moment I've ever had in uniform.
I think I've always had a sense of understanding the importance of what we do and how at a moment's notice it could be life or death. But when you see your personnel actually respond and handle, see, to practice something is one thing. To actually do it is totally different.
But just moments before that fatal tragedy, there were MDTA police officers who helped to rescue those in trouble and who cleared the bridge to keep drivers from meeting a fatal journey in the pitch of the dark. While we slept, they met the moment. Along with our dispatchers and other first responders from all across the state, and in the process, they literally saved countless lives. And they are here with us today. And I'd like to ask each and every one of them to please stand as I recognize them by name. Corporal Jeremy Herbert. Officer Gary Kurtz, Sergeant Paul Pastorek, and Officer Timothy Baldwin.